Welcome back, guys, to Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, where last episode, after dispatching Renoir's creation, we stepped forward to face the painter patriarch himself, who, not listening to Maelle's pleas, stood by his conviction to reunite his family, facing us in battle. With Aline interrupting to help her daughter keep the canvas alive, we managed to defeat the father, who decided to leave Maelle to follow the path she has chosen, but Verso, seeing his mother suffer, has stepped through a portal. Okay. Cannot believe Renoir relented. What on earth is going on in here? And again, that. It's time to stop painting or leave. Because this is Verso, right? What does that mean? I think it is. Verso will do anything to save his family. The ones that live. Oh, whoa, oh, what was that? Why'd he go noise?
You're tired of painting, aren't you? I'm tired too.
That's... You shouldn't be able to be here.
Lamont's gift.
Why did you run in? It's dangerous for you here.
See things as they are. Not how you want them to be.
What?
You lied to your father.
No.
He saw it too. But he wanted to believe. You're going to die here. Why don't you just leave? You can always come back.
The moment I leave, Papa will erase this canvas.
This is not worth your life.
What life? My life of loneliness in a shell of a body, with no voice and no future.
You're Maelle. No matter where you are, you don't need this canvas.
But everything I want is here. Here I have a chance to live, Verso, to live. Out there I merely exist.
Life keeps forcing cruel choices.
Stop quoting Papa!
It's time to stop painting.
Papa also said, hold on to each other.
Old friend, you've traveled miles, spinning in circles. Your blind eyes on the dial, stripping
I'm sorry.
out colors. But it's time to say goodbye until next life.
Decide the fate of the canvas. Fight as Maelle or fight as Verso. So, do I want Maelle to be able to continue to live her life outside of the horrible guilt, the burns, the everything that she has, but able to like create more works and therefore new worlds that she can visit to kind of like do those things, but it's not the world she wants to be with and the people she wants to be with. She grew up here. She knows two realities. There is only one true reality, but to her the second one is also just as real. She lived the same amount of life probably. Or do I fight as Verso, who will do anything to save his family, understands what's at stake here, in terms of the fact that if Maelle stays, Maelle will die. The mum will probably come back, the mum will probably die. Essentially him keeping himself alive and going would lead to more of his loved ones dying. On top of the fact that he's tired, he's been wanting to like end this, and he should have the right to self-determination himself, which Maelle just tried to take away. This is his soul, his canvas, this is his... But you know, he's only the painted version of himself, he's not the real him. But even the real soul pit, which is the boy that's right there, wants to stop. It's so weird when Renoir's being the villain all the time, just constantly be like, yeah, I agree with the guy. And also, like, it's just like, oh, man, he knows it's a lie. Even his last words to her before he went was basically like, I know you're going to die in here. It's essentially like the subtext behind it, I thought. I know, yeah. Let Maelle become her mother, essentially. Whereas Verso is the father. It's one generation, and then the second generation with the same split of choices. Always has been. Always has been. What happens if I lose? Does the other one just get to force their vision on the place? Can I deliberately choose Maelle and then lose to Verso to make the choice definite? Versus trying to fight as Verso to beat Maelle and lose, then Maelle gets to make her way? It's hard. The story's been about guilt, death, etc., family breaking. I would like to go the route that allows the family to heal, and I think the destruction of the canvas is the right way to go. That means that Lune is gone, Ciel is gone, and everyone is gone. Esquier, Monoko, and any chance of raising from the dead those that came before. There will be no those who came after. Yeah, I think Verso's the play. Which sucks for Maelle, because it's consigning her to... It sucks all round, isn't it? When there's no absolute right answer. You just have to pick what you feel at the time is right. This is not a game, Renoir said. But I don't want to fight against Maelle because she's probably going to kick my ass. Let me shoot you in the head a couple of times, should we fight?
Verso, stop! You can't just decide this for everyone!
We're all hypocrites. doing the same thing to each other.
You were gonna do it as well. Oh my god, she doesn't even fight back. She just tries to reason with us. God, even like the look of her right now. Doesn't she look unsure, pensive, not sure what to do? Oh, she's so weak.
Your existence ends now.
Oh my god, that's my ocean whip.
What about Lune and Ciel and Monoko? What about Esquier?
Ciel was right. Grief blinds us. All you see are walls.
Hey, you can't just switch stance. That wasn't flurry. Flurry is 3 hits. You're like legit cheating right now. I want to see if you do anything else.
I've lived a long time, Maelle. There are things we can never outrun.
I'm so tired, Verso. Please, can we just go home and talk about this?
It's not gonna be that way. I didn't think that would knock her out. Our drafts collide is obtained. No one comes after. Verso gets his way. I don't even think that is necessarily a choice of morals. There's just no right answer exactly. But it seems like it's a drug to people. Right thing is, couldn't you go out and visit? But no, my dad will get rid of it. But maybe not. But maybe it is true. Grief. It warps people.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, huh? You've got this incredible power to paint. You'll never have to suffer a life you don't want. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
La la la
miss you guys. It's okay. It's over. Verso.
Miroir du temps, nos histoires s'alignent. Dans le creux de nos mains, deux mondes se dessinent. L'un peint de rêve, où le chagrin s'efface. L'autre nu et réel, où notre deuil prend place. Au lendemain non écrit, sous les étoiles, où tout commence, rien ne finit. Dans le dessin, toile vierge, horizon lointain, peignons ensemble les couleurs de demain, au clair obscur. Œuvres infinies, chaque pas trace la route d'une vie. Au lendemain non écrit, sous les
And the credits roll. And I, in the end, am not unsatisfied with my choice, though. Man, Lune seemed very pissed off. But if someone, again, self-determination, the only people who could determine anything in that scenario was Verso and Maelle. And the Paintress family as a whole. In the end, there were loads of casualties. Lune not having a saying in it at all. Yeah. And of course, CL was okay with finding her end to be with her other half in that sense. Or fine with being reunited with her other half, so yeah. My goodness. But it's the themes of the game. A game literally entirely built around grief as its main story point. But like using, of course, the artistic medium, the painters and the paintresses, to have a fantastical world out there. The layers of paint that have been put on the canvas, as you could say, to bring it all together. Real emphasis in storytelling with combat that was very punchy. And not afraid to kill you. Though maybe if you're looking at the combat, a little bit too easy to break the game, but it is some people would argue that it's a single player game, right? So therefore you could do what you want in terms of breaking it. And okay, I get that. But on the other side of the things, I also like it when games rein you in and keep you from completely destroying it. This balance. Maybe at some point, maybe move the painted para to after the credits roll, maybe? Because the counters we were doing were absolutely ridiculous. But then you could say that the player could limit themselves by taking off Lumière, etc. But no player's really going to necessarily do that either. So I feel like it's up to the developers to like put the restraints on just that little bit there. But the most important weird thing for me to take from the game is that there's just so much you can do with this in terms of a franchise. Now again, here's the other thing that I'd say to counterbalance that. Not everything in gaming has to be a franchise, and you'd have to do it again. Bring back this man, by the way. Charlie Cox needs to voice characters for whole games. Charlie Cox needs to be there for a whole game. He brought Gustav to life seriously. I know he's not like the mocap, but still. My god, I need him as a lead in a game, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get lots of big money offers to do exactly that. But the game itself has a world outside the game, so it has a link to having more games. It has like the whole writer versus painter kind of thing going on outside in actual France. So I'd be interested to see where this goes. Clair, who we've barely met, like, nothing really happened with that. Renoir as a character is amazing. Because it's just like, okay, it's like you're trying to do your best for your family, which makes you the villainous father. But you're trying to make sure that your wife and your daughter do not die. Maybe you could have painted Verso a little better, but still. It's been absolutely, thingy. It's been an absolute joy to play. The story of Suga's places. And another thing I said with the game, so like, again, we don't have to necessarily have franchise. We don't have to necessarily have to make the game as a series. When you've got game designers that can make a game like this, what else could they make outside of the scope of this? Because even this would constrain you a little bit. Though you could say with painting and writing, you can go anywhere. But even this would constrain you a bit. I'd just like to see what this studio can do now that they've got this hit under their belts. I would love to see what's next. Given the time to do whatever they want, because they have proven that they can do whatever they want and it's a smash hit. Unlike other game companies that are beholden to shareholders, they've proven they can have a vision, see it through, and have a hit. It's bonkers in the nowadays age. Because it sold 3.3 million copies 33 days after release, or it's something stupid like that. Good job, finish the game. Well, I'm not finished yet. There's loads of zones for us to go to. We're nowhere near finished. Nowhere near finished. Renoir's the example of telling people with grief to man up. He's bottling it all up, the mask he wears, and finds his going by trying to help his family of himself. I wouldn't say he's necessarily bottling it all up. He feels the grief. He's just needs to do what's best for everyone in the end, isn't it? It's not man up. I feel like the word phrase man up is actually negative connotations. He's just trying to do the best for everyone in the end. I always look at that phrase as man up as just a kind of like shrug thing, your feelings don't matter kind of thing. He's just doing the hard task. He has toxic grief too though, yeah. Well, with Verso, yeah. With Verso, he can't even stand. He's trying to move on so hard that he won't even do anything with it. But yeah. I would love to know more about the painter and thing and stuff. When it opened up after the end of Act 2 and it's just like, aha, now I see what we can do more with the stuff. It was a joy to see that there could be more of this. But equally, I don't necessarily want them to be constrained to one canvas either. They could do lots of crazy stuff. But the music they had, the voice actors they brought in, the motion capture was very on point. The only thing I say with the game that was a bit weird, of course, was the filter to make it look like a camera coming in and out of focus and what it did to the hair of some of my characters. I'm assuming that might be a me PC issue, a me setting issue, but I think it was just that filter. If I turned that filter off, it would have probably been absolutely fine. But like a dialing back in and out of that filter would have been like, that's like the only thing I'd be like, On some scenes it worked really well. On other scenes it was just like trying to blur things out really aggressively. I could have probably turned that off, but I wanted to see what was their base artistic vision as well, so that's why we kept it on. Ugh. My god. But there's like so much to explore with the characters, like, could Claire be a part of a character of another game? The person doing this war, that's like a story of itself. I don't even necessarily want a DLC for this game. Just go ahead. Make something else. DLCs, I think, are something that prolongs things and does make extra money, but they're shorter and they're like punchy, sure, but wouldn't you want the time spent to making another title of this quality? Wouldn't you want that? But yes, I don't regret my ending, despite the sadness what it does for our characters. That is what I choose too. Verso's way. Verso's way. But then there's still lots of confusion of that. Why did Verso die the way he did? Well, if I press continue now, what do we see? We're back in Lumière. We are Verso alone. And I'm assuming it puts me in a state where I can go for the boss or even fight that thing again, just in case we missed its leg. Game developers are thinking. They are thinking indeed. So we are right before the end and able to go back and start exploring the world even further. So post-game time. Right. Now we will go crazy in building our guys up even more, but essentially we just... Oh, hello! New options straight away. New game plus. In this mode, enemies and battles will be much harder. Exclusive rewards and loot can also be unlocked. You'll keep your character progression and your inventory, but everything else will be lost. Side quest progression, quest items, and relationship levels will be reset. So New Game Plus actually ramps up the difficulty, supposedly. That's interesting, but we're going to go back to the continent. Start exploring the other areas around and other battles. Because there's a whole world out there. I can actually mount an escape. Oh, I have to go further back. It's a whole world out here, right? A ton of places for us to go to. And with it, we might actually reveal more about the story. No joke. There might be things out there that expand the story further than what we've seen thus far. You guys just here chilling?
Nice.
Are you fightable? Oh, you know, they're not. They're not on landable ground. They just exist to exist. So post-game time, I guess we'll just start exploring the bounds of everywhere. Also, haha. What's haha? If you were asking at all if I'm gonna do the other ending, to be honest, let's wait. We can see Maelle's version of events once we've done everything else. Because at this point, we'll blast through everything. That is the way it will be. We know that much. Let's use it as a capper.